What's up guys, this is Dennis with Luke Zion Jewelry. Thank you so much for tuning in today. In this video, I'm putting the 14mm rope chain and the 17mm rope chain right next to each other so you can see exactly how these two compare in real life. I'm also bringing the 3mm rope chain into the video a little later so you can see the full scale from our most popular everyday chain all the way to our biggest statement pieces. Before we get into anything else, I do want to set the right expectation. These are not little chains. These are not light chains. The 14mm and the 17mm rope chains are both massive statement pieces. They are both authentic Italian 925 sterling silver. They are made in Italy and they are both diamond cut as well. When you put either one of these on, you're going to command attention. People are going to look, and that is exactly what they are built to do. The question in this video is which one of these massive rope chains is the right one for you. Now, when you see the 14mm and the 17mm next to each other for the first time, the biggest thing to understand is that the 14mm is not a small chain just because the 17mm exists. The 14mm is thick, it's dense, and it has a full rope chain twist to it with real weight behind it. On its own, the 14mm is one of the biggest rope chains most guys will ever wear. It has serious presence and it carries enough silver to draw attention from across the room. When the 17mm sits next to it, you can see how much further the 17mm takes the look. The rope pattern is wider, the chain is heavier in hand, and it takes up more space across the chest the second you put it on. Now, the 3mm on paper sounds small. On the chain this size, the 3mm is a serious visual jump, and both of these chains are firmly in the statement territory. Now, I want to bring the 3mm diamond cut rope chain into the comparison because it gives the full picture of what these chains are actually looking like. The 3mm rope chain is one of our best selling chains for a reason. It is clean, it sits well on almost any frame, and it gives you that Italian 925 sterling silver shine without taking over the outfit. For a lot of guys, the 3mm is the perfect everyday chain. When you line up the 3mm right next to the 14mm and the 17mm, you stop thinking about millimeters just as numbers. You see three completely different categories of chains. The 3mm is your everyday piece, the 14mm is a massive statement chain with serious weight, and the 17mm is the oversized statement that becomes the centerpiece of whatever you're wearing. Now, that side-by-side moment tells you everything. The 14mm and the 17mm are not in the same conversation as the 3mm. I want to show you just this small 3mm rope chain just to give you guys an understanding when it comes to the 3mm being very popular on the website. So the 14 and the 17 are statement chains. They're built to command attention and they pull a lot of eyes to the chain and to yourself as well. So for every chain we sell, including these two, we list an estimated gram weight on the product page, and that's just an estimate to really give you guys a good idea on how many grams are going to be on the neck before you even consider purchasing a chain. The gram weight estimate tells you two important things. It tells you that you are getting a chain with real silver behind it. It's not a hollow chain and it's not a lightweight chain or a lightweight version pretending to be solid, and it tells you what to expect when you put it on. A massive rope chain is supposed to feel like something. That weight is the silver, that weight is the quality. So if you have never worn a heavy rope chain before, take a look at the estimated gram weights on the website. And again, this is just to give you guys a good idea on what to expect. Now, the 14mm is built for the guy who wants a massive rope chain look, but also wants a chain that pairs with a range of outfits. This chain is thick, it is heavy, and it has a diamond cut finish to it, so the shine is there in any light. When you walk into a room wearing the 14mm, people are going to see it. People are going to notice it. Even if they're trying to look away, it's demanding attention. They look at it, the chain is doing exactly what a real statement chain is supposed to do. So the 14mm gives you all of that, and it still leaves you with a little bit more flexibility day to day. That is why so many guys land here when they go shopping for a big statement rope chain. They want the size, the weight, and the shine of real Italian 925 sterling silver, and the 14mm hits every one of those marks. Now, moving on, the 17mm is a different conversation. The 17mm rope chain is built to be the centerpiece. It is wider, it is heavier, and the rope pattern is so pronounced that the chain becomes the first thing anyone sees when you walk up. Eyes go to the chest and they stay there. When you hold a 17mm in hand for the first time, you feel exactly how much silver is in this piece. The density is in your palm before you even put it on. That is what solid 925 sterling silver feels like at this size, and the gram weight on the product page reflects it. The 17mm is for the guy who already knows he wants something oversized. He is not deciding whether to go big. He is deciding deciding how big to go, and the 17 millimeter sits at the top of the range. Now, the 14 millimeter and the 17 millimeter are diamond cut, and on a 3 millimeter or a 4 millimeter rope chain, the diamond cut gives you a clean, sharp sparkle. So not only is it demanding attention, it's also catching more light to reflect. The 14 millimeter catches light from every angle of the rope twist. The 17 millimeter pushes that even further because there's more silver, more rope pattern, and more places for sunlight to reflect off the chain. If you wear either one of these outside, especially over a black shirt, both these chains will pull every eye in the room. Now, when you wear the 14 millimeter, it sits strong on the chest. It has thickness, weight, and shine, but it still leaves the rest of the outfit some room to breathe. Now, the 17 millimeter takes up that room. When you wear the 17 millimeter, the chain becomes the focal point of the whole outfit. It just sits wider on the chest, the rope pattern reads bigger, and the overall look goes oversized in the best way. Length matters more than people think at this size. The wider the chain, the more length it needs to hang properly. A short chain at this width can feel compressed because the width is already commanding so much space. Longer drops gives the chain room to lay, to move, and show the full rope chain pattern. So moving on, if you want a massive rope chain that you can still pair with different outfits, go with the 14 millimeter. It checks every box for a statement piece without going all the way to the top of the size range. If you already know you want the biggest version we offer, the 17 millimeter is the answer. It is for the guy who wants the chain to lead the outfit. The 14 millimeter is bold and balanced. The 17 millimeter is bold and oversized. Both are real Italian 925 sterling silver. Both are diamond cut. Both ship from our California warehouse, and both are going to command attention. So guys, that's it for this video. I basically wanted to give you guys an idea on how these chains actually look like compared to going to the website and seeing a chain with the white background on it. And I wanted to give you guys a comparisons to the 14 millimeter and the 17 millimeter. And again, guys, I cannot stress this enough. These two chains are massive. These two chains are not just for anyone. And so guys, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Much love, respect, and I'll see you guys in the next video.